Our great Queenslander today is a trucking icon with more than 50 years' experience in the industry and decades at the helm of a trucking empire. Ross Fraser OAM. He's the managing director of his family's trucking business, Family Livestock Transport, which was started by his parents in his hometown of Warwick. The large family-run business was started in 1944. It serviced rural and regional Queensland for over 75 years. He just cemented his spot among transport greats. He was inducted into the Shell Rimula Wall of Fame, was previously awarded the Order of Australia for his contribution to the industry. He's on the line now. How are you, Ross?
Yeah, good morning, Neil. Good, thank you.
The Shell Rimula Wall of Fame. Who'd you join on that list? There'd be some pretty big names of trucking industry on there.
Well, there are quite a few inductees into the Hall of Fame, Neil, but not many on the Wall of Fame. I think I'm probably the sixth.
Oh, really?
Australian person to be inducted onto the Wall of Fame, I guess.
Wall of Fame. Okay, so like at the Sport Australia Hall of Fame, there's people in the Hall of Fame, but then there's a Legends category. So you've gone up onto the Wall of Fame, which is like the Legends category.
Yeah, I've been elevated a notch, Neil.
Oh, tell us about Fraser Livestock Transport. It was a family business, and tell us how you go about your business.
Oh, Neil, as you said earlier, it started in 1944 by my parents, Charlie and Edna Fraser. Set up, he had three sons, and I'm the oldest. Our younger brother has since got out of the business about 12 months ago, but my brother Les and I run the business. And along with Les's son, Warwick, we have him also in the business. So, we cart livestock. We've always carted livestock. And we do what we do, I guess. We cart about 4 million head of livestock a year, doing about 7 million kilometres around.
Hang on. You cart how much livestock?
4 million head.
Wow.
4 million head of cattle, sheep and pigs mainly, and doing about 7 million kilometres around eastern Australia. With at the moment we're operating 50 Kenworth prime movers, have 110 on the staff.
110 staff, 50 Kenworth prime movers, 4 million head of livestock a year, millions and millions of kilometres. How would you coordinate it? You'd have the world's biggest whiteboard.
Oh, Neil, you coordinate it with by having a lot of good people to help you do it.
Yes.
No way in the world you could do it without your good people. And
and they know what they're doing too. They all know what they're doing, right?
Well, over 70 odd years, we've based our business around good quality, fair income people.
Yeah, I love it. So your depots, are you in Warwick? You got a depot in Warwick or?
Head office in Warwick. This is where we started. We've got depots in Gundawindi, Roma and Toowoomba. We've got a depot in Toowoomba and also at Gracemere at Rockhampton.
Oh, in Rockhampton as well. Of course, you need one in Rockhampton beef country. So, how do people use your service? Like big graziers, they need their stock taken somewhere. How does it all work?
Oh, we work on a lot of repetitive business. We've got some third generation customers, but we do we work for most of the big most of the big pastoral companies.
Yeah.
Do a lot of work for them in and out of feedlots and in and out of sale yards. We service about 25 sale yard centres each week from Dubbo through to Blackall.
Wow!
And onto the coast, we have people on the ground at those venues to it helps to streamline our organisation and the logistics of it can be rather challenging. But the more people you've got on the ground to organise it, the better it is.
Yeah, that's right. How's life in Warwick? How's life in regional Queensland?
Warwick's a great place to live, Neil. Great place.
It's a beautiful place.
Yeah,
beautiful Queensland is amazing.
It really is. It really is. It's a great place to live, and Queensland in itself's a great place to live, isn't it?
Sure is.
It's we can do what we do from here with the help of our depots around Queensland, and we just do it from day to day with a lot of good people.
It's one of the great drives driving to Warwick, and a lot of people listening in southeast Queensland would have gone, "Oh, Warwick, I haven't been there for years." But I reckon it's a magic piece of driving, either if you're heading into Warwick or heading out of Warwick. So once you clear Cunningham's Gap and you're on that road that heads along before you turn left, the road that goes from Warwick to Toowoomba, you hit that road and you turn left and go into Warwick. And you're up on top of the range, you've just come through the range, or you're heading to the range to go down through Cunningham's Gap. I just find that a magic area, that whole area, Ross. I love it there.
It's a beautiful drive through there, you're right, and through that very fertile valley through Clinton Vale and Gladfield, Maryvale through to Cunningham's Gap. It's a very, very fertile valley, and a lot of crop growing, cattle fattening, horse breeding. There's a well-known thoroughbred horse stud in that area.
Which is that one?
Nolan's, Basil and
Basil, Raheen stud, yes.
Yep. So you're into your racing a bit.
Oh, yeah, I know about Raheen stud. I bought a horse off him. It's racing at Randwick tomorrow.
Oh, good on you.
A horse called Seduction Queen. I bought it from Raheen Stud. That was after Basil Jr. had passed away. Basil Sr. was at the sales and his kids were there. And I'll tell you something, Ross, because Basil Jr. had passed away in the Farmax. It was a terrible tragedy. And when myself and my friends and, Richard Friedman were all involved, bought the horse, modest sale price and everything, the kids came up to us and they stood in front of me and they shook my hand and looked me in the eye and said, "Thanks very much for buying our horse, sir." And I nearly had tears in my eyes, Ross.
Yeah, they're a great family, Neil.
Yeah.
A great family.
Yeah, terrible.
Wonderful family. Sadly, as you say, lost
Basil Jr.
Young Basil Jr. But, it's a great family.
Yeah, absolutely fantastic. So how's life for you, Ross? You still working hard?
I'm working, Neil. I'm working.
A few more coffee breaks?
I'm finding a tree big enough to hide behind, But no, my brother and I still work in the business, and it's we're not 24 hours a day, 7 days a week like we used to, but it's a great lifestyle, and as you mentioned, it's complemented by living in Warwick. I mean, Warwick's beautiful. You live in Warwick, you're 5 minutes from everything, and it's just a great place to live. I mean, we venture to Brisbane every now and again, and to the coast. But as people always say, it's great to be able to drive home and get back into your own home.
Absolutely. People should do it. Drive to Warwick and then drive north up to Toowoomba and turn right and go back to Brisbane. It's a great Sunday drive. Hey, good on you, Ross Fraser. It was brilliant talking to you today. Congratulations on being on the Wall of Fame. The Wall of Fame. It was lovely talking to you about regional Queensland and southeast Queensland. I'm with you. It's the best place on the planet.
Yeah. Thank you, Neil. Thanks for the opportunity.